February 25th, 1206, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Hello everyone, welcome to the Ahdurin region. I'm your host, Ahdurin himself. We may have screwed things up. If you want to check out the last episode, you can check it out in the playlist down in the description below. Follow the rules that Wigglytuff's telling you, but basically, we might have screwed things up. Let's see if we did. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I'm wearing headphones I'm wearing different headphones, so as a result, I can't tell what I normally sound like. You are interrupting something. Oh. Guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh, he just literally left. Okay, great. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. Oh, good, we're having a flashback. Thank you, because I don't remember this. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. I'm not going to do the voice during flashbacks. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You at least study some evidence law, really. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Him. I guess I'll need this book. I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Securely slipped into pocket. It's a small book then. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh?
Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all these allegations being thrown at me.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Skye found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. This is Gumshoe actually yelling. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? I mean, it's more like, what? There we go. And we're gonna expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Charge! Clippity cloppity clippity cloppity clippity clop. February 25th, 1252, District Court, Courtroom Number 9. Crowd's finally calmed down. Remember in the last episode, they kind of just blew up. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, oh good, this gives me an excuse to actually cough. I think I just had a hiccup. This isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have,
struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witness?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and you know how it goes. You know, one person says this, and another person like...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. it would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
Then it's settled.
You know the funny thing? The idea behind this is that the prosecution has struck deals with the witness because of all the forged evidence nonsense and everything like that. So instead, Edgeworth has found a way to be able to leverage that to hand off the witness calling to me, the person who he's actually struck a deal with. Edgeworth, you... Well done, well done.
Then it's settled. The, defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright. You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. We all know who it is. Number one on the list for a reason. It's Damon Gant. Let's go. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon Gant. What does he have to do with anything?
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right. Bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
Here we go.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
Your name and occupation.
So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto! What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh? Like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that the police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure, take my testimony for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? Edgeworth, Judge, somebody, is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
Now, I hate to be that guy. This seems kind of bad, right? I'm just, you know what, Leslie?
Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony.
Oh, this is going to be fun. The SL9 incident with Damon Gant on the stand. Here we go. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Is that when Doc was arrested?
Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious.
When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut.
The police chief has the right to refuse to testify. And I better hit him hard and fast. Phoenix like, alright, listen, we can play this the easy way, the hard way. You know what? Let's do this. Let's punch him real hard, see what happens. Just pow, 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 pow. You know what I mean? Alright, let's do this. Time to go. Let's press everything, let's go. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark, made him run away like that.
Was the defendant Lana Skye also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it.
Long story short, they slipped up. Alright. So the two of you ran immediately after it, right?
That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first, so Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs. Guess you could say he got lucky.
What's all this about a power outage?
Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went through his heart, though.
Man! Bruh, that's cold. It's not funny. When I went to my office, I found Lana there, okay? Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together.
Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor?
Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls.
That's Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done.
Huh? He'd already arranged the crime scene, right? For some reason I couldn't click the button. How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk.
That's right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway,
His voice is ranging all over the place. This is definitely not what it started off as. Because now it's turning into like Joe Swanson from Family Guy.
as you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Come on. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable, no matter what the circumstances.
Is that how it really went down?
Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you'd better off staring at the court record.
Worthy! Always the smooth talker.
But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence. That can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Are we back to the beginning? Alright, we're back to the beginning. How do we prove that you had nothing to do with this? Well, wasn't... Hold up. There was stuff in his room, right? He hid this in the safe. Right?
Objection!
This has to be it. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's that blue
No, that's not even it.
That's that blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Crowd.
Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Huh. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
So you admit it. You admit to it then? That you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Do you mean you?
Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto?
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured Dick will receive his due punishment.
What? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll pay the work.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together.
So now, evidence and forgery. We'll wait on this. We'll talk about this next time. Next episode, we get to more details, maybe. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening, watching, and supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do, and supporting the Ahdurin region in the same format. Next time, let's see if we can get Gant to stop doing the same thing I do with the front of my hair and start pulling down on it. Until next time, everyone, take care.